And look at that, we are back. Welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for bearing with us. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to swap the clean feed over to my feed, and hopefully everything should be back as it was. Welcome in to our final match of today. It's going to be, I need to update the stream title. That would really be helpful. AxM versus Circular Spheres. A match that I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing some chaos in. I've had Skippity Toilet said in my ears about 15 times in the last... I say about 15. You know what, I'm just going to scroll through some of this chat history here. Circular Spheres, obviously, as serious as ever. AxM as well. Now, AxM, if I'm being honest, being here surprised me slightly. I've not seen them play today, but they put on such a good performance during the first chunk of the LCQs. Qualifiers, sorry. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly surprised to see them here. But alas, they're here in the lower bracket quarterfinals. Now this is where it starts to matter. This is where they can fall. If you aren't successful here, the opportunity of Six Invitational, the opportunity to make the competition, to go to Boston, it dies here. You have to win this match. And you have to win more if you want to keep going. So, with that all being said and done, thank you obviously all very much for bearing with us. While the stream did restart. Obviously, I know it's not ideal to have the stream restarting halfway through, but unfortunately we took the delay off to do the games with Nanos' wonderful clean feed, and yeah, from there unfortunately we had to restart things and so on and so forth. So give me 2 seconds while I get everything set back up properly. We're on Pro League, we're on Clubhouse. AxM versus Circular Spheres. Beautiful. And operator bands, we're going to see Capital taken off the board. We're going to be seeing the Maverick taken off the board. We're also going to be seeing an Azami and a Tubero taken off. So fairly standard bands. I mean, this is Clubhouse. We've been here 1,000 times before. I think we know what to expect by now.
10 seconds left.
So without further ado, of course, let's get things ready. Let's see how we can fare. Basement's going to be the first point of defense. AxM starting on the attack. Circular Spheres get the opportunity to defend. Let us see how they can get cooking. Make sure, I mean, it will have expired by now, but do make sure to get your predictions in for the next map. 10 versus 350 points, it would seem. So, competitive games, and of course, yeah, as I say, I think we're going to be seeing some fun this match, and fun I think is starting right here. Jake pushing up with the Bosch G. Chef Jeff though shuts down Goofed, takes him out of the game, and makes sure at the opening pick he goes to favour of AxM. Here comes Box, running doing the long angle from stock, able to take down Chef Jeff. Here comes the storm in from one. Garage, but he's got the read, but Scars has got the trade, but then it's another trade. We're a minute in. We're not even a minute in. We're 45 seconds in. And we're already down to 4. Both players of Circular Spheres remaining down towards the basement. AxM should have free reign on the top floor by now. However, they're going to have to make do with the utility you've got. However, you've probably got 2 of the better operators for this situation, as in you've got both Denial and a Hard Breach, as is a rarity for Clubhouse nowadays, and especially so far through Oceanic playoffs and qualifiers. Cade has actually survived the map ban phase here on Clubhouse, so may actually need to be bringing that factor a bit more often. Sees the one towards the bottom of the basement hallway. Not likely to be able to. Has a pre-placed C4. Any moment could pull that one, get a freebie, but going to pull it. Going to find absolutely nothing. Machine's making his way downstairs. Of course, we did watch AxM play in the first week of qualifiers, and they were obviously very successful during that. They did have a substitute player. I believe they had Spartan, who was doing the very kind of stepping in for Chef Jeff. Did a phenomenal job at that, of course. However, Chef Jeff is now back. And I think everyone in OS has heard the name Chef Jeff quite a few times by now. EMB's going to get a miss, thrown in 53 seconds, a bit of a stall out here. Nep just holding in Memorial, holding in Moto, waiting for one of these players to push up. Pushed up onto them. Oh, 40 seconds out. Here comes the run across. Bit of a tag onto one, but instead goes for Scars. Takes Scars down, push it on Machine, and gets caught in a crossfire. Nep and Physics close it out, and it's going to be a round to start things off for Circular Spheres. Good start to the game. However, not enough for AxM to get things over the line. And, you know, to reiterate the point here, for those just joining us, obviously, after the Get Stream has reset, we're in a situation now where you lose this match, you will be eliminated from the running for Six Invitational. It is a dangerous position to be in right now. And all I'm going to say is thank you very much, Community Vote, for choosing to cover this match, because I've actually just checked. The first map of Supernova X6 targets has only just finished. So we would have been waiting around still, and probably for another hour or so, at the minimum, before the next map started. So obviously that one's on a bit behind. Hell, we may even be able to do the G. If we speedrun this and that one goes all the way to 3, we might even get the GG game in as well, which would be a bit nuts. Obviously, GG quite the upset. I'd say losing in torso. Obviously, either way, it was going to be a bit of a hot one, Chiefs versus Gaming Gladiators. But I think in the fashion that it ended up going and being a loss for the side of Chiefs, for the side of Gaming Gladiators. So that was the spectacle of it. Obviously, you're expecting a team like GG to be able to, you know, keep it toe-to-toe, and they did so on Lair, but the minute Consulate came, it really wasn't seem to be the case. More of a standard operator lineup this time around for the side. Circus is not going to be trying any Bosch G spawn peaks or trying anything too crazily aggressive. But of course, AxM, they're going to be cautious of it. They're going to be mindful not to lose any players to run out. Because really, you may see 3 hard breach operators and go, that's slightly excessive. Without the Maverick on the board, this bandit trick here, you can see they're kind of getting primed to do it. It's going to be crucial for. Drones are going in, marking the player position. Here comes. First battery's going to go, but we're just waiting for the battery to catch up. But you can see below, the Valkyrie is down there. That's going to be goofed. Likely ready to run out. This window is not great. There goes Pluto, cut down by Goofs, trying to get into the window. One on the rappel, able to do a bit of damage. C4 is going to go, not going to be able to find its mark. Scar's trying to find the pick, but not going to be able to do so, it would seem. Jeff. Elsewhere, though, Construction Ball has been able to be getting open. Now the focus seems like it's going to be shifting over towards Shaguzi. You can see here, going to be making the attempt on the breach. Jeff. But will be able to do so, that is the question. Limited utility left in pocket. Two EMPs, and here's going to come the spam of hard breach. Going to throw all of it at once, try and deny. We'll see what the bandit can get tricking on. Here comes the EMP. And at the moment, Jake seems to fall back from it. Oh, not really engaged. I just said reinforce off bathroom. Keep it safe. However, for the time being, Cyclist is doing a good job of keeping their players alive. 5 players still in the lobby. Goofed all the way down in the basement, looking to pull a flank at the best possible moment. Jake Edna walking around with a bandit battery. Bathroom, waiting. So, obviously, the man advantage is still in the favour of Circular Spheres. AxM going to be looking to try and change that soon. I don't know if you can actually see all the way through that other player's knee. I don't think so. So they're just going to be watching the door. But an entry needs to happen here. Something needs to happen here for AxM to be able to really get themselves into this round. Because as it stands, time's just stalling away. And they're not really being able to get too much for it. Machine taking an engagement. Onto physics on towards net. Does fall in the end though. Scars watching main stairs, and here comes the Kit. Kit is going to be going there, but they're going to have to cover, and the cover's going to have to be darn good, and it is. Jeff with 2. Diffuser is successfully down, despite the one below. Able to get away with it. Upstairs, Hunter's able to catch physics. Rotated upstairs, caught. Goof's going to fall. It's just Box coming in through construction, moving his way into Logi. Is he going to be able to get any more? Yes, he gets Hunter. Makes it a 2 versus 1. One on the staircase. Going to try and push the staircase angle with the shotgun. He's able to take it on Scars on a sliver of HP though. Just Jeff left outside the building. Going to try and go for the defuse behind the gym equipment, but not going to be able to do so. Baits out the defuse, but Jeff's good on a gunfight and the cover. AxM getting himself a second round. And just showing why that $20 million contract was signed. Sorry, had to. There's obviously the running hole. And as it all stands, it's going to be, so far, a decisive round, really, for
as many bombs as they can.
this round really for AxM, and obviously close one, but not able to hold the post block, not quite able to get it over the line. Unfortunately, Circular Spheres not able to pull off a successful retake. See, going to be hopping towards Cash CCTV for another choice at bomb site. See if they can get it over the line. There was a plant in that previous round, of course, but was it successful enough? No, not really.
5 seconds to insertion.
Regardless,
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
we'll head into round 3 here. Things tied at 1 apiece so far. You can see all of the players of AxM storming him through. All outside garage, ready to sort of go for have a push at things. 2 claymores, can never be too cautious. And again, the dance on this CCTV wall is going to be the focal point of this round and this attack. Ace, awesome machine. Being able to bring those Selma charges. You can hit both walls at once. Obviously, with the phase, you can attempt a trick. But the trick is not needed. Down from below, it's going to be Goof and Box. Open up the round. 2 pills just swinging the way a Circular Fish really before AxM get a chance to respond. Bandit trick is not going to be successful. All it is going to be getting open. Physics is holding the long angle with the shotgun. PCSG 12. We've seen it already, not that long ago. How much damage this thing can do. We'll swing into the V in pocket for AxM to try and convert this one through, but 3 versus 5, it's looking dangerous. It's looking mighty worrisome. It'll be the hot drop coming into Logi by Chef. We'll be able to do some damage onto Box, but only a minimal amount. So get the soft wall open, and it seems like western side of the map is going to be the focal point here of the attack for AxM. Pushing towards the players, a horizontal one.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
That can still one last Selma charge to try and get hard breach open. Not going to be attempted to hard breach. Instead, Jokeda's going to lose his life. Got a bit of a crossfire. And there comes Selma charge was destroyed, and then so now it's going to have to be hard breach charge to get it open, but it will do the job nonetheless. Man advantage still strongly in the favour of Circular Spheres and extended, so Chef just running in, gets cut down by Net. Scars and Machine left outside. Try and finish things off, but now it's just Scars left on his lonesome. Knows about to play a close and swinging off to come on Hives, but Goose still good for it. Circular Spheres get themselves around and get themselves 2 now. 2 defensive rounds here on Clubhouse. This is Clubhouse, not Consulate. Clubhouse. And speaking of, we haven't spoken about the map vetoes yet. Clubhouse is our first pick. Cafe Dostoyevsky for our 3rd pick. And finally, Nighthaven Labs is our 3rd and final sided map. Inside sources say Chef Jeff is sleep deprived. Is that our inside sources? Of course, we've had 3 rounds in now. Get a rough idea of how the scoreboard may possibly shape up. Ox and Chef Jeff doing a lot of heavy gunning so far into the game. But the key is basement's back on board for Circular Spheres. They're going to be able to come back downstairs. A typically preferential bomb site for this map, mind you. And we're going to be seeing a bit of an operator change up. You can see down there, bottom left of your screen, where a little white bar is. It's going to be Hunter going to be swapping onto the Sense. Something obviously recently reworked. But that team see ever so favourable of bringing. And they seem to be bringing slightly more popular lately. But obviously, will it prove to be something too useful? Guys, we'll have to wait and see. His defense gets set up here for Circular Spheres.
Objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Now, don't think we're going to be seeing any. Never mind. Nep's going to be going for something slightly cheeky on the spawn peak. Do they know, or is he about to get cut down? No, narrowly misses Pluto. Gives a shot. Fires a shot, gives the game away. Pluto, I thought for a moment there was running into certain death, but not going to be the case. All of AxM able to get themselves really top floor control really early on in the round. It's just forfeited by Circular Spheres. We're 40 seconds into the round, not even that. Top floor's entirely forfeited. AxM will be able to easily get control of it. Circular Spheres not really testing it too much. Going to be focusing their defense towards the bottom half of the map instead. X-Kairos, going to be going through. Knock knock indeed. Here comes the sense play. Obviously, you've got the hard breach and open up on the sense to be able to open up. You can see here, it's going to be physics hold. Trying to keep it under lock and key down in dirt. I hope it's going to. Obviously, you're going to have to be cautious of it. Now it has been opened, but the vertical work really is the main focus point here for AxM. You can see Kitchen slowly getting prepped, ready for that sort of vertical blade to come through, and you're going to see it now. You see Chef Jeff's just opening everything up, trying to catch any players of Circular Spheres in a vulnerable position. No one going to be in a vulnerable position yet. Jake, though, has a C4 in pocket and definitely could rip it at the right moment. There is another one as well in the pocket of Goose, however, not to be used to Chef Jeff. At the possible risk of it. Minute 15 now. Round sort of stalled out a little bit. Just taking things a little bit slower. Coming down the stairs, he's going to be... Here comes Chef Jeff. Knows there's likely to be a player watching, and the issue is the bar wall is going to be entirely kept off for the remainder of the round. No more EMPs on the side of Anthem. Other way of getting it open, they're not going to be able to get rid of those batteries and get any hard damage. Even then, got the X-Kairos pellets in pocket, but is it going to be enough? Likely not. Speaking of not enough, unfortunately, Chef Jeff does fall behind the ROU wall. Hunter going to be trying to keep his teammate alive with more of it, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Circular Spheres just lighting up the kill feed. Hunter and Scars are all out of left. And know about the one in dirt, but with so many angles to watch and so little time to do anything about it. Jake's going to take the feet off of Hunter. Scars left, up to the bottom of the main stairs, 1 versus 4. Position's been given out, and Jake's going to mop it up. Circular Spheres get 2 in a row, get themselves a third round. And on the side of CS, it's looking quite optimistic so far. Obviously, have a look at results through today. Obviously, Circular Spheres lost their first match. That was against the Chiefs, who obviously we've seen to be a really, really strong team so far. And the thing that would interest me, obviously, should the match go the other way it was meant to go. Oh, Supernova update. Supernova Gaming Gladiators is now started. The lobby opened up as of 4 minutes ago, so they're probably map vetoing right now, but that will be going on side a couple of rounds behind us. So obviously there's no caster for that one. I believe I'm the only one left for host today. I believe I'm the only one. Of course, I'll keep you all enthralled and keep you all going for it. Is GG Supernova being streamed? Let you know in chat. Cass obviously 4 minutes behind, but I don't think he is being streamed. We'll update obviously if I do get a pointed. The reason obviously we put this game I think was mainly A, see some different teams, and B, it was ready soon. And it's already been quite a long morning. I've been yapping and screaming my head off for the last 6 hours almost now. My throat is dying on me, and I've got to do this again tomorrow. Not only have I got to do this again tomorrow, we've got EMEA directly after. So this time tomorrow we cast in the final match and then straight into best of ones in EMEA and the chaos that typically ensues in that region. So it's going to be a nice long weekend of casting. So if you're enjoying this, please do drop a follow. We'll be back same time, 6 AM GMT, or I believe it's actually 5 tomorrow morning. It's even earlier. Yeah, it's earlier. Speaking of bloody hell, here comes Box. Take the blood out of Machine, take him out the lobby. Not having the greatest of starts here on Clubhouse. Currently 0 and 5. And the new shield on the Blackbeard, not going to be able to protect him too much. Drone's going to be going in. Round time off the board and Circular Spheres. It's looking strong. Chef Jeff's on the Amaru. I've got a feeling that's some chaos that can certainly get cooking. But for the time being, it's just going to be a bit of a stall out. Just going to be a bit slower. AxM looking to assess where they want to probe on this attack. And Circular Sphere showing confidence. You can see their Box opening up wide angles. Special shot. Trying to open up external angles. Sorry, my brain is frazzled. Opening up external angles, shooting through, facing through anything and everything, pushing up. Here comes east side of the map secured now. It's just going to be a charge through 4. For AxM. Man. Where's my... There you are. Beautiful. You can see here how they're all lined up. Not really able to get too much success on the breach, so going to have to find a way. Of course, Chef Jeffy wanted to go below this. There's a hatch on the left of the screen and a hatch on the right. Use either one. Here comes the blitz, though. Hunter, ready to make a move. Scar's not far behind. Just assessing the situation. Of course, you can do it so with some safety here, but limited with time and the utility as well to really get rid of those castle barricades. From the sounds of it, any seconds now, here's going to be coming. Circular spheres. See there, physics is holding it tight with a shotgun, but it's going to be a C4 from below from Goof. Takes Scars out the lobby, and it's looking worrisome for AxM on their attack. The continuation of the defending streak seems to be likely. Physics getting full flashbanged out now. He's still good on the gunfight and supported by Net. Both players of AxM are taken down and closed out. Circular Spheres find themselves flawless round, find themselves 4-1 up. And the continuation of the defensive streak continues. Of course, it was, I believe the end score was 19-4 in the previous match in terms of attacking and versus defending. The two attacks over a 15-round overtime game. It was a very defender-sided match. Do we see the same again? Of course, it's only half one of map one. So there's still plenty to tell what's going on.
Bombs from being defused by attackers.
Still plenty of game to go, potentially 3 maps, and I don't actually believe we've had any free mappers here today. I don't believe we've been blessed with the pleasure. If I just check the bracket quickly, I think everything has been 2-0 so far. 2-0, 2-0. Actually, we had 1 free mapper today, that was Supernova versus 5 Sharp. That went all the way to 3 maps. 4-7, 4-7, 8-6, 3-7. So that one went all the way to 3, but everything else has been 2-0 so far. So it's been a fairly, I don't want to say one-sided day, because as I say, we've had close maps, we've just not had one say close game. Yeah.
5 seconds to insertion.
But of course, we will see. We'll see how this one compares. Obviously, GG versus Supernova, I believe it was, is on the other over on the other side of the bracket. Unfortunately, no stream for that one, and I don't believe any of the players are streaming their POV, which is fairly difficult to be fair. For with the T1 teams, it's rare to get any of them streaming their POV of the games of actual officials. Here comes the bandit tricking game yet again. There you see, and you can see there, Jake's just pop both on there. Scars likely going to be rotating over. Yeah, Scars. Oh, it's down here. There we are. Looking to get this wall open. Looking to see if anything can happen. Here comes the EMP. Here comes the attempt at a bandit trick, and it's likely going to be successful. There you go. 1 exothermic gone. Unfortunately, not successful for the side of AxM. And the continuing woes with breach are really being an issue for these attacks, limiting their approach as they go towards the late round. You lose the open. It sort of seems to be a tower in effect for AxM. It's sort of stacking. It's build tower up and crumble it down. You have this issue of you lose the opening picks. You lose the opening pick, then you lose, then you're unable to really get breached open, and just a combination of all these factors making the attacks for AxM really, really difficult right now. But something not too difficult right now is going to be boxed down below. I don't know if their position has been made aware. I don't know, there's also Goof downstairs as well, who is, as you can see, taking a lot of vertical damage. Goof does have a C4 and can use it any second. You're likely to see it in a minute. But no, Goof's going to fall, going to get caught out. Box, though, is good for the trade onto Pluto from playing that really neat position downstairs. And it likely gives AxM the intel. Is the bandit trick going to be successful? No, it is not, unfortunately. Jake loses his life. The exothermic. I thought he had that one for a second there. I genuinely did, but unfortunately not going to die to the exothermic charge. That's one you don't see every day. AxM find themselves what feels like the first time in a while with a man advantage going in towards the end stage of the round. Alan Hive's going to likely mark the player on towards, but no, it's going to be the mute jammer. As long as physics stays put on the mute jammer, position's actually not going to be, or exact position at least, isn't going to be given away yet towards the mute jammer. Providing some real safety, but unfortunately it's not going to be safety enough from the bullets. As Hunter just waltzes into sight and explodes. AxM get themselves a 4-2 half. As we move towards the halfway point of the match, you can see here, Box absolutely on fire so far. 10-4. Only player on double digits. Only player really near double digits in the entire lobby, to be fair. Everyone else is on 5 or less. And Church Arsenal, to very little surprise, is going to be our
Attackers need to
primary
locate
bomb
and
side of choice
defuse
for the
bombs.
defense. Of course, with the Cade on the board, this is an exceptionally strong bomb site, a defensive powerhouse. Not quite Oregon basement levels of defensive powerhouse, but certainly a tough nut to crack. See through.
Jammer ready.
Reinforce!
Jammer ready.
Head towards. Head towards
10
round 4,
seconds
and
to
we're going
go.
to see likely going to be a rehost.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, we'll likely see a rehost coming in through.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let them all leave, and we'll see in the rehost. We'll sort this one out for you all very, very quickly. Be back in just a few seconds.
What's on your mind? Can I read it from your eyes? You relate and make the time stand still. What if we stay? Pretend there's nothing else. Only the fallen fall for you. Only the fallen fall for you. Came in and you're looking like a sign of grace. I know, but I can never match your name to face my fault. I didn't notice it was out of place. You painted fairy tales on the wall. Calling to the better of the halves of me. Please show me just a little bit of honesty. I'd hope I got a heart that I can salvage, but it's getting harder now to recall. I know well what let out both dry. You could have anything you wanted it all for your fool's gold. And I know well why deaf and half blind. You could get anything you wanted. Yeah, I would have handed it all over, falling for you. Only the fallen fall for you. For you. Only the fallen fall for Came in and you're looking like a sign of grace. I know, but I can never match your name to face my fault. But when I noticed it was far too late, you left a fingerprint on my soul.
Well, look at that. Box says we're very, very ready, and he also says skibbity toilet. And we are back into... we are back into things here on Clubhouse, is the word I'm looking for. We are, of course, just give me 2 seconds just to quickly finalise things through, and we're back into things. But we are back.
Attackers need to
Close
locate
my
and
copy of
defuse
the
as
stream
many
open,
bombs as
just
they
so I
can.
don't completely lag out and destroy the game, because that would be really bad. This is the half out. There's half, of course, we reset at the halfway point. It seems only fair. We can have a fresh new look at the stats for the halfway point. Why not? And yes, unfortunately, there is no stream for the GG game. Unfortunately not, we took this one because it was ready to go, and if I'm being honest, I am tired. I need a nap. I need some food. I've literally had like a scoff the waffle down in between this game and the game before it. I need some food in me, need to walk to the old I think most of you were O's, so I'm gonna say I walk to the old Greg's and
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
if your mouth has not tasted the pleasure of a Greg's sausage roll, I feel bad. Am I allowed to say that? Is that endorsed? I don't endorse Greg's. Sausage rolls. Pretty good. I need some food. So, what I'm trying to say is I need some food. I'm entering a state of hunger-induced craziness. And the craziness seems to be continuing into the lobby. AxM not able to really have too much success in their attacking half. But they were able to find themselves 2 rounds, which, compared to the Chiefs GG game we just saw, is a 100% improvement on that. Of course, only really been able to get 1 round halves between each of them, so it's a good improvement. Will we be able to see more? That is the important question. We're going to have to wait and find. We have to wait and find out. A minute into this one, not really anything too crazy happening to us yet. Players of AxM on their first defense round, they're just going to fall straight downstairs. They're just going to run away. And sprint down the staircase. Map control now fairly firmly in the control of Circular Spheres, able to get players
Bomb located by attackers.
all over the place. They're going to start to be able to look for this one. You can see here. Here comes, I believe that's Chef Jeff. Going through. Ooh, narrowly avoids taking off Nep's head with the SMG-11, unfortunately. Nep ducks just at the right moment. Here's what sees the player coming. It just ducks out of that one. Able to escape with life. Backup camera spotted out and is shut down. Checking the teammate. No electrical signals coming from the Thatcher, which to be fair is very, very fitting. His operator on the floor. Here comes the breach on the Moto. C4 is going to get ripped across from Hunter, and it is good for 1. It's able to get Jake. That's going to be the first pick of the round. The Thatcher taken off the board. An attempt at a 1-tap through under the bottom of basement stairs. And there's another C4 from Machine. Goose falls. 2 more C4s in pocket for AxM, and doing the trend so far this round. They could definitely do some more damage. Chef Jeff and Scars holding on to them. X-Kyra is going to start doing some work on this hatch now. Kitchen hatch going to be left wide open. As the players of AxM, they just hold still. They don't need to do anything more than this. They can just, where they're at, they can just chill for now. They've got plenty of time, but downstairs it's going to be a bit of a drop. Box is going to fall. Physics has no choice but to also try and drop and support the team, but not able to find anything. Likely going to be spotted out by the Mirror. Does he know about the one close to the bar? Certainly, Scars does. Physics able to get one. Nep as well, but AxM are able to close it out. Got a bit scrappy towards the end there, but they are able to walk away with their first successful defense. First defense here on Clubhouse. And that's something we actually never really did properly talk about. I don't actually think I said I was going to talk about it and then got sidetracked. The map veto. Woo, map veto. Skyscraper, Lair, Consulate, Chalet were banned. Clubhouse, then Cafe were picked into. And then finally, Bank and Border were banned. Border and Labs being our decider. It says in the top right of our screen, but if you can't see that or you're unfamiliar with the images, that is Nighthaven Labs. That will be our decider map should we reach it. Only 1 game so far has gone all the way to 3. And I don't believe it was casting. Cool. So instead it will be be, of course, love a bit of early morning siege. Of course, I say early morning. I can't use that excuse for not being awake anymore. It is 12 o'clock now. It's midday here. But for the players over in OS, it's getting a bit late. 11 PM in Sydney.
10 seconds
A
to
minute.
go.
Of course, I'm sure most of you being from OS will know that. I'll actually be curious. I want to see where the statistics of that on the ocean, just to see where the viewership's coming from. I'd be curious to see whether there's people from the EU getting up early morning or whether it's mainly OS. I'd assume it's mainly OS. It's mainly names I recognise floating around from OS, lurking in the streams so much. So yeah, there are names that are familiar. Anyway, for the time being, AxM slowly narrowing that lead of Circular Spheres. 2 to 4 now, 3 to 4. Jeff holding close with the Warden shotgun. That's something we don't see too often. Normally we see the MPX. Instead, it's going to be the all-pink Warden shotgun. Beautiful, beautiful skin that is. And machines on the Bosch GA-Cog. This round can definitely have some potential to go a bit memey, go a bit sideways. We're going to have to wait and see for that one. No frags just yet as we approach the 2-minute mark. Although, hey, outside of Jacuzzi, supported by Goof, going to be playing with it a bit first. Selma's going to be denied by that magnet. And for the players of AxM, they can just hold on as easily. They've got one more up there as well, and a second one as well. No, can't be throwing those Selmas through. You've got, and no more of them either from Goof. That's the other big problem as well. You're going to have to find a different method of approach. Luckily enough, the Expiros pellets, they're not caught out by the magnets, and they're going to be good enough to do the job there. Hunter's going to be going for this one, going to take a bit of damage. Runs across. Is able to stop the breach temporarily. However, there's still plenty more where that came from. Plenty more Hibana pellets. However, the ace taken off the board. A swing from Hunter, but is shut down by Box. Bit of a retake seems in order here towards Cashways, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Machine going to be able to get the eastern side of the map back under the control of AxM. Circular Sphere sort of more focusing Jacuzzi westward.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
There comes the Candela. In towards the objective. Oops. Seeing if we can get anything cooking. Of course, 35 seconds now. Little over for the attack to start making progress. And as it stands, Circular Spheres just need something, see some sort of opening to be able to take advantage of here. They're still sort of chasing these players downstairs. Scar's still down in the bar, not looking the right way, and Box is able to mop that one up. And that one little bit that I said Circular Spheres needed, they may have just found it. Here comes the push now. Here the Candela's going. The plant attempt is likely to be made shortly. Chef cautious of anyone dropping Logi Hatch, but that's not going to be the case. Long angle with the shotgun. Physics falls to Chef. Instead, just going to be sprinting towards the kit and going to take the player down, take more down. It's a triple for Machine and Chef. I don't think that adds to the kill count. Can someone inform Chef? That doesn't add to the kill count. That's not an extra kill this round. Doing that. Someone just let him know, please. I don't think it's any extra points for doing that. But regardless, AxM, they get their round. They get an important one. And they tie it up 4-4. Cash CCTV is going to be the objective of choice. And also just to keep you all updated in regards to the in terms of other streams and stuff, I believe Ruralink is still casting over the Asia qualifiers. And I believe that is all that is going on as it stands, I want to say. I believe that's all that's going on. Unless I've been misinformed and there's no one else live. But looking at the list of community casters for APAC, I don't see anyone else live right now in Discord. So, but obviously, please do feel free to go and check yourself, because I'm not always a valid but reliable source of information, as if the past few weeks of qualifiers hasn't taught you that. My information is wrong. I honestly, we spent half that Chiefs GG game thinking if they're going to go to the grand final, they go to the upper bracket final. So, don't trust what I say. I'm not good at this. And speaking of good at this, Scars is going for a really aggressive run out. Not going to be able to find anyone. Six instead opts to pop up on the shed and actually takes down Scars from a really long angle. Thought he'd be able to get away with that one, at least scot-free, neither side being punished, but no. The Thermite punishes onto the Fenrir. And the big issue with that as well is obviously those charges that you have on the side of Fenrir. You're not going to be able to use those anymore. That's going to be the big problem. Those charges that you have, though, the ability to change which ones of the attacks are activated, you're not going to be able to do that anymore if you die early on. So whichever ones were active, they're remaining active for the remainder of the round. The ones that weren't, well, they're just going to sit there and look pretty. Bit of atmosphere, make the map look pretty. No, to be fair, this is already a pretty map. And all these lasers. Cautious of the run-outs, of course. Sort of an O special. Really nice aggressive run-outs. And it's very much a go big, go home type mentality, I feel, with them. You do these massive run-outs and it either works really, really well, or you do these run-outs and it goes really, really horribly. And it doesn't work at all. Pluto's position has been droned out. Really forced out of bathroom with pressure mounting. So it seems like he's going to want to be trying to take on with him. Jeff as well in construction, supporting the retreat. And just like that, all the players of AxM can be able to get back to safety, get back to site. A minute and a half wasted of the round, however, have lost one in doing so. Mark's going to be engaged and immediately called off. Rightly confirming to the team and the side of Circular Spheres that there's not really anyone too far. Anyway, Machine over on Rafters. Not really being contested too much. However, Hunter can't say the same for his own position. Trying to hold on to construction wall. But not going to be able to do so just yet. It's going to get opened wider. Circular Spheres, they're sort of circling around, looking for that opening, looking for an opportunity to make something happen. Looking to catch a player. Box below, causing chaos, causing damage. Instead, going to rotate upstairs. It seems to have stalled out for a minute for Circus. They're going to find a different way. And you'll likely hear it will be a 3-2-1 go. And all five players are going to storm into the objective and try and take AxM on. Play a trade game, play the numbers game. Of course, you need really clear comms to be able to do so. It is one of the hardest things to do if you just all charge in at once. The comms can get really, really messy at points. Blocks, here comes the backstab up off the east stairs, and unfortunately looking the wrong way. Jeff's going to fall, as does most of AxM. Machine left on his lonesome, but not going to be able to get anything. It's flawless. Circular Spheres. And they take back the leads they lost just a round ago. 4-5 now, Circular Spheres lead the charge here on Clubhouse. And of course, this is also caveat, this is AxM's map pick. If you cast your eyes to the top right, brightened up one, that is the map we are currently on. That is Clubhouse. Sims ones, however, they are maps upcoming. Circular Spheres.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Circular Spheres will find themselves up on their map. Should they be able to win as well, they'll find themselves up 1-0 and up on their map pick as well. Of course, AxM, they picked onto Clubhouse. They're likely going to want to be winning Clubhouse. That would be the expectation, although not always the case. And of course, you have to keep in mind, obviously, all these weeks of, if you are just joining us, the qualifier system, all these weeks of open qualifiers, you lose here, that is you're done. You're being done for the week. You're done for, not only done for the week, you're done for the year, sorry. You're done for Invitational. You lose this best of 3, you'll be staying home. Your dreams at Boston will not be coming to fruition.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
Very much will be a quick closeout for. And what a sad way. I mean, all of these teams really, to be fair to them, all 8 teams that made it to this point are phenomenal. Unfortunately, only one can go through to Oceanic playoffs. Only one of them can keep their invitational dreams alive. Tomorrow, they will reduce our team count from 8 to 4. Tomorrow, we reduce it from 4 to 1. And for Physics, he remains the only one currently dead in the lobby. Cautious of the long angle, but it's going to be goofed. Takes the head clean off Jeff. 4-5. 4-4 now, sorry. And speaking of games and players claiming each other's lives, another team has fallen, of course. I did forget to mention it earlier when I brought up the game. But 6 targets find themselves eliminated from the running for 6 Invitational, falling 2-0 to Supernova in their lower round of 4 earlier today. So, of the 4 teams we have in the lower bracket quarterfinals, of course, AxM, Circular Spheres, we also have Gaming Gladiators and Supernova. 2 of those teams in a couple of hours will be staying home. 2 of them keep their invitational dreams alive. C4's going to go, but it's a really aggressive push from Jake Enner. Able to find Hunter, and here comes the real push from Circular Spheres. Blitz is going to be charging in. The guns alongside, but Pluto finds one. Box immediately trades it back, keeping the man advantage in the favour of Circular Spheres. A huge attempt's going to be made. And now it's all down left. Scars, and he's not going to be good enough for it. Nice shot in chat, and a nice shot indeed. Baseman goes the way of Circular Spheres, and they find themselves up on map point. 4 claymores and secret run out. Can't be too careful. That is a very, very valid point there. You can never be too careful with these things. Well, you say you could never be too careful. One impact grenade and all of those claymores are probably done and dusted. You know what? Rainbow Six, we have fun here. Speaking of fun, hey, 6-4, of course, Circular Spheres have been able to string 2 attacks together in a row. Now, neither team taking a tactical timeout yet, both available. It's really coming apparently how screwed my voice is going to be, and just personal life update. I work retail. I'm going to have to talk to customers Sunday, all of Monday, and all of Tuesday.
10 seconds remaining.
And I'm going to cook my voice today and tomorrow. Like, I can already feel my voice is going. This is exactly how it feels to come home from major. It's like, I feel like I've been smoking for 50 years. It's genuinely how it feels sometimes. Like my throat. Needs like tea and honey or something. Not built for this. He says as he voluntarily puts himself through it. And I say, as CCTV wall is going to be getting wide and opened up, as you can see, pressure from there really starting to mount on from Circular Spheres. Serious drywall work coming through, and that it will. Five versus 5. And one thing compared to the previous game that we are seeing here, obviously, is it's a lot slower in regards to opening picks. They always come a bit later on in most of the rounds. They are coming quite later on. Oceanic's going to roll in, takes down the deployable shield of Pluto. With the support of Machine, likely to be able to pull back. But Machine gets caught by Goof, but immediately Goof gets caught by Pluto. A good trade, a minute burn and a run off away from AxM, and the 2 operators you could lose there. You could lose the Fenrir, or you could lose Frost. Frost is probably the better one to lose, just on account of her utility. Once it's down with Pluto and the Fenrir. Of course, you can see there on the left side of the screen. You can move around which ones of those FNATs has activated, as I mentioned before. Therefore, obviously, it's quite useful having that Fenrir alive. Because look, see here, there you go.
Mine active and ready.
Thinking of changing which FNATs are active, able to use both of them now. Cover the retreat, cover the advance. 4 versus 4, half the round gone. Cash CCTV side of the map, mostly under the control of Circular Spheres now. True Jake supporting Box on the drone. Likely the one on a close angle. Chef Jeff, all pink shotgun again. Here comes the glance goggles. Here comes the glances. Does he know about the one on the hatch? Likely has the idea as well above. They can hear the footsteps. Gonna fall back, just wait for the players to push up. And any second now, here comes the drop, here comes the push, here comes Chef Jeff, but he's gonna get cut down by Net. However, Scars is able to get 2, and all of a sudden it flips round Circular Spheres. Jake finds himself 1 versus 2 for the map. Does have kit in hand, has 40 seconds to work with as well. Gonna throw an EMP, but he's brought a bit of distraction, a bit of sound cover more importantly, but gonna get caught from all angles behind. But suddenly, Pluto falls and it's just Jake. Does he know how close he is with the pistol? Trying to bait out the Sound Hunter, holding strong, not giving away anything, not moving. They're gonna swing around the pistol and get it! AxM fall on their map pick, and Circular Spheres are able to take it 4-7. Good halves in chat. Well, we head ourselves in towards a map 2 in just a second. What a phenomenal start. Obviously, do keep in mind those stats are slightly skewed because of that rehost that we had. But wow, what a first map to start things off. 7-4 into the favour of Circular Spheres. Good showing from AxM, but unfortunately not enough really to close it out and get it over the line at the end of the day. What we're going to do is we're going to toss it to a quick break, and we will be back in 10 minutes or so with the second map, which is going to be Cafe Dostoevsky. So don't go anywhere. We will be back shortly. Look at that, we're ahead of the timer yet again. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to BLAST R6 Six Invitational last chance qualifiers for OS. Of course, we are here. Map 2, AxM unfortunately lost their first pip. I have popped the wrong team in there. Ignore it. Does not. It should say Circular Spheres win. There we go. Circular Spheres win. That is properly updated now. Circular Spheres won AxM's pick of Consulate, and they will be advantageous in the series. Moving on to their own map pick now, where they're going to have to be bearing up on FA against AxM. Montaigne to be the first operator band taken off the board. And Blackbeard as well. A terror since the rework. No surprise, really. And as we're currently talking about, who is Skibidi? Who's Skibidi Toilet? Oh, God. The in-between lobby chat has just been has been interesting. Box. It's mainly Box. I asked them which side, because Strategy Mode doesn't do overtime, so I asked them which overtime side would they like, and the response to that was Skibidi Toilet. Unfortunately, or I think for most of our sakes, consider a response to that Fortnite thing, which I've now checked out, and it is very much real, concerningly, is it is not a side in Rainbow Six Siege, unfortunately. I just feel like I have to establish this on, I know this is like OS playoffs leading up to Invitational, and I really didn't think I'd ever be saying this as part of this, but just to make things clear, Skibidi Toilet is not a Rainbow Six Siege side. You can be attacker or you can be a defender. Those are your options. And for the side of AxM, interestingly enough, deciding to actually start on the attack, and they will also be starting attack overtime side as well. Is it just me or did Cafe get a bit more sunset even the last time? Almost used to how really blue,
located by attackers.
Blue consulate is, Clubhouse is, sorry. Like, Clubhouse is really blue. It just feels it feels really... I know this is entirely irrelevant to the game, but let's just take a look at the map here. It just feels this entirely like... Is this really yellow? Is that just me going a bit crazy doing this for like the past 6.5 hours? Either way, into the game we go. Top floor defense going to be starting things off. No surprise there. So interestingly from AxM that they opted to go towards the defensive side. They opted to go top floor. Not always the pick you see. Not always. Or AxM is interested. They chose to go to the top floor. Not something you always are used to seeing, but it's certainly something that maybe, possibly, maybe happening. Gangnam style box. I was wondering where this typing out there, Gangnam style. So important to type that out. Let them know in chat exactly the dance move you will be hitting. Should Box walk away with this one. And for the sake of the slightly crazy part of the Rainbow Six community, I'm sure they will be rooting for him.
This will protect us.
See here, cameras being flicked through on the side of Circular Spheres, having a look around, see if they can find any defenders. Goofs, maybe possibly waiting a run out here, thinking about it, but no. I'm just going to head back through Reading Corridor.
Breaching sequence activated.
Back towards. Here the air jab's going through. AxM now, their attacks, they weren't the most successful. 2-4 attacking half on Clubhouse, so we'll see how things fare for them on Cafe Dostoevsky, of course. Different map, different circumstance, but attacks weren't too successful earlier on today, so they're going to have to pick them up if they want to be taking this map as well. Of course, pick of Circular Spheres. A little drone here.
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm. Selma sequence activated.
Here comes top floor defense. You can see pushing. Cigar Lounge is now fully under the control of the side of AxM, pushing through. Scars as well onto Scar Balcony. Brunos has Shop under control as well, getting it through. Pushing towards the map now, you can see. Don't need to go by here. Won't need to see, of course. The first pick, it's going to be falling towards Goof. AxM did be able to get it. Box does also fall to Pluto elsewhere on the map. Now, a bit of a spray between Nep holding on up here. Top floor, top white.
Drones up and running. Magnets ready. Let them come.
With the SMG-11, you can also see Goof's holding the log angle with the Vector. Cautious that there might be one behind, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case at this point. I know about the one on the window, but for the side of AxM, they have to be the aggressor here. Aggressor! It shall actually be Circus Fierce. All go really, really aggressive. Physics is locked outside the building. There's a bit of vertical reading onto it. Need rehost, ping bug. Okay, we will be rehosting after round 1.
Attackers activating diffuser.
And there we are. AxM going to get themselves the round. And I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing a little bit of a rehost there. Skip indeed. We're going to head to a quick rehost. We'll be back in a few minutes.
I'm about to lose control. Only so much I'm taking. So get yourself a safety.
Whoa, we're back slightly ahead of the timer yet again. Isn't that impressive? Fox continuing with the talk of interesting proportions in chat. AxM, if you weren't here for the first round, thank you for, of course, bearing with me during that little rehost. AxM able to find themselves the first attacking round, just circling spheres in the late stages of the round. They decide to do the attacking themselves, really, and then, of course, it completely flips on its head. And where Circus Fierce had quite a little advantage going for themselves, it flips over. The really aggressive play doesn't tend to work for them. And as a result, find ourselves here where AxM were able to get themselves first defensive rounds. Hopefully, ping bug resolved. Also and so, and we can get back to our second round, which is going to be a kitchen defense for these teams. See how things can fare in kitchen, of course.
Swapping that.
Different objective. We obviously see it quite often. Kitchen, very popular bomb site. And for the side of Circus Spheres, they're going to hope it went better than Cocktail, because Cocktail certainly did not go to
5
plan.
seconds left.
Certainly did not work out in their favour.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
As I say, temper that late round aggression, and they may be able to find some success. See, the attacking team, most of them are making their way in from the main road. As you can see here, just making their way down. Starting the breach is going to be home. Nothing too crazy in regards to spawn peaks or really aggressive angles being held from any of these players early on. They're just kind of waiting things through, circling around, seeing if they can find anything. Of course, any updates on the other games going on today, I will, of course, inform you of as and when we get them. For the time being, Gaming Gladiators versus Supernova, there is no result reported for a map on there just as of yet. And obviously, there is no stream for that either. That's the other game going on adjacent to this one. So, obviously, I'll keep you up. I've got it open on my other monitor. I'll check it every couple of rounds. So, if there is an update there, I will inform you of that. If not,
On the way.
there hopefully will be some form of an update. And, oh, narrowly avoiding death there, Hunter. Chasing down Goofed, who's now stuck in VIP and going to have to try. Really try and find it. Now, if I can do that, then I can do that. I can do that, lower bracket. Gosh, there we go. Right, so that's now permanently open over there. Beautiful. That makes my life a little bit easier. Beautiful. Anyway, back to game. Back to Rainbow Six Siege at hand. Half the round gone. No entry pick really gone the way of either team just yet. Vertical is starting to be worked on now by AxM. But no player from Circus Fizz is moving up towards the best bit. They're all going to sit on the site and try and catch AxM as they push towards the site. Box in cloakroom. It's going to be droned out. Drone is also going to escape. Have to run away. Can hold on to that position, but he's going to have to play with the knowledge that the game's given up. The jig is known. Physics down below. No C4s either from the side of Circular Spheres. In terms of plant denial, you can use the Maestro Evilize. Of course, Toxic Babes as well, temporarily. And as time's ticking away, here it goes. 45-second mark. Each one of those Toxic Babe lasts 15 seconds. So, Freezer is effectively no man's land for the remainder of this round, unless a very daring player of Circular Spheres or AxM, sorry, wants to pop there in there. And that's what Hunter's going to do. Popping in, but this VIP player needs to hear that. It needs to shut down Doof. How about the one higher up? This double for Scars. Answered back, though, by Goof. However, Kit is going down in the objective, and I don't know if there's any players on Circular Spheres to really answer back. Kit does go down. Like, almost able to take them down with the Evil Eye, but not fast enough on the draw, unfortunately. Impact grenade's going to go. Not, unfortunately, finding no impact. Box is going to fall. Drake's all that's left. In 1 versus 3. Going to pre-fire the corner. Hit the freezer player and might just opt to stick to the fuse here. One of the players of CS should be able to spawn. No, you could have stuck it. I think you could have got away with sticking that one. But instead decides to hop off the diffuser and Chef with the shotgun. Takes it. Takes him down. I don't know if you could quite stuck that one. It would have been close. Almost there. Almost there. However, very quickly AxM realised what the game was, realised what was happening there and decided, nope, that ain't happening anymore, and denied that. They get themselves the second round on Consulate. They get themselves number 2.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Well,
attackers.
let's head into round 3 where we are going to be... FYI, bands not put through. Bands are broken.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, the bands have been broken for a little while. Predefined. You can't predefine them anymore. It's really, really annoying. But the teams know who is who. It's kind of tragic, unfortunately. Fireplace and mining going to be our objective of the choice. Objective of choice.
10
Objective
seconds
of
left.
the choice. Objective of choice.
Whoa, secured!
Yeah, of course. Can you type them out,
5
please?
seconds to go.
On the TV.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
There you go. Yeah. It is unfortunate. Unfortunately, just a little technical mishap with the game in the minute gate. Bans don't seem to store. If I put the bans through after we've added a round history, it seems to completely nullify the bans for whatever reason. So it is down, unfortunately. Remember the bans. I'll keep if I see anything. Pause the game quickly. Heads up. No, bad, naughty. They've written down. Someone's got them. And Goose got Pluto as well. Opening pick and an early one compared to what we've seen so far on this map. Circular spheres find it in their favour. Drone is marked out. Physics up above on Cocktail. Likely going to find some pressure and some pain soon as the players of AxM look to go closer and closer towards the objective. Impact grenade's going to open up. Some vertical. Yeah, be used a bit later on his round. However, nothing just yet. You can hear the Kairos of Hunter. That's going to be going into Cigar. However, I think a lot of it. I'm not entirely sure where that went, if I'm being honest. That top floor hold is still strong for the side of Circular Spheres. 3 players still up on the top floor. See here. You can see the players of AxM are merging slowly and closer towards it. Scars making Hunter's upstairs on the drone as well, keeping a cautious eye out. But for the time being, the advantage remains really in the favour of Circular Spheres. They've got decent map control. Minute 20 left as well, and they've still got top floor. Still got top floor held. AxM is still trying to get closer. And not able to do so just yet. They're all going to sort of stack up together. Pop down the Cigar balcony. Only going to hear. Catch him from above. Chef shakes down Physics. There we go. That's an opener that Circular Spheres needed. However, they continue to have that advantage. 3 versus 4. C4 is going to go, but unfortunately going to get stuck on the doorway. Plant is not going to be able to be stopped.
Attackers activated.
At the minimum, Goof may be able to take the head off of Hunter, but no, the plant goes down. The C4, a bit of a whiff there. And it may have cost Circular Spheres the round. We've all just now Box left on his lonesome, left on being the only one standing. Flashbang's going to go in. They're going to make it rotate towards Fireplace. However, Chef holding it under lock and key. Is taken down though by Box and possibly could make this one, but not looking the right way. Hunter swings out from behind the mining machine and shuts down any hope of a Circular Spheres comeback that round. 3 consecutive rounds now for AxM, looking a lot stronger on their opponent's map pick and a tactical timeout, and rightfully so, I'd say. A full site rotation has come through now. None of the sites being successful for CS. What needs to change? I think Scars is a bit shocked about the tack timeout. 35 seconds, or 45 seconds, sorry. 45 seconds to have a chat with the coaches. Wisdom and I can imagine on the side of AxM, I don't know how much. Someone's probably said distract them during the timeout so Box isn't listening. It seems to be working. You know what? It's a valid strategy there. I do hear a lot of people say turn all chat off when you're playing in competitive games. And look at that, Chef Jeff. Continuing to distract Box. Do lightly what's happened best, of course. We're all fun and games here. But obviously, there's an argument to be made for turning all chat off. Obviously, keeps you locked in on the game, and as well, unlike a certain team in the EU qualifiers the other week, it means you don't say GG and cost your team the game against that. That doesn't happen if you're not got all chat, because you can't type in all chat. So just a PSA, if you can't train yourself from saying GG, you may want to just turn all chat off. That's a bit of advice from a crap Rainbow Six player. Let's put it that way. I'm great at this game. So don't listen to me, listen to the pros. As it stands, AxM and CS. Well,
10 seconds to go.
they both seemingly have all chat on.
5
Right now, I
seconds
thought we were
remaining.
about to get a Glaz, but unfortunately not going to be the case. Instead, this time,
Attacker's
AxM
objective is to defuse a bomb.
sticking to a fairly standard lineup. Cocktail going to be our objective of choice. As you can see, top floor starts to pop underway. Fourth round now, coming out of the timeout. Will CS be able to convert this into a victory? They need to get this round over the line. Really, if you're down on your defensive half, that's a scary prospect to be facing. Goofed, trying to look for an early spawn peek, an early angle. Don't think it's going to be too successful. Not going to be able to find anyone just yet. He's thinking about it, but hopping out that window would almost certainly mean death, and that is not going to be the case here. See the players of AxM, they're circling, they're looking around. See if they can see what they can find. Chiefs versus GG grand final. That's a bit jumping ahead of yourself there, Dave. Both teams have got to get there first. But tomorrow it will be. It's on a rolling schedule. Tomorrow's games, I can tell you that now. Give me 3 seconds as well. This game goes through. Let Discord sort itself out. So in AEDT time, the matches start at 4 PM, and it's just a rolling schedule from there. And rolling over continues to happen. Physics loses another gunfight, but Chef Jeff gets it onto Chef. Hits Jake with some bullets and hits him with the question mark. Circular Spheres, his timeout really not seeming to have converted into much. Just Box and Goof left. AxM, they've come back onto Cafe. Lose map 1, they've come back on a vengeance. And it's an almost flawless round for AxM. The Circular Spheres unable to convert their timeout, so yeah, as I was saying. God. Oh no. 10 AM tomorrow, so yeah, so it's 4 PM AEDT tomorrow. The games will start. That'll be the upper bracket final and the lower bracket semi-final.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
And
bombs
then
as
we'll
they
play
can.
we'll play the lower bracket grand final,
located by
and then
attackers.
finally the grand final for OS itself. I will be there casting all of the action through tomorrow. As much as I'm going to regret getting up at 5, but no, the first cast may have to be a slight ASMR whisper cast because I like to start screaming at 5 AM. I mean, you should have heard how loud I even got like told to keep it down during the Chiefs game. Oops. Oopsie doopsie.
10 seconds remaining.
We did get slightly loud in that one, but then that game was a banger, and this one might be the same as well. Possibly a map 3 on the cards here. I think if AxM get this one, prospect of going to labs, going to map 3 is looking really, really likely. For them getting it over the line, of course. Early spawn peak, watched out by Machine, and you know we do always say Siege is a game of 2 halves, and well, you could certainly argue that it may be an attacker favoured Cafe, but if history of this match and today as a whole really continues to prove to be what the trend is, it seems like we're going to be in concerned with the advantage that AxM have been able to get themselves, and the advantage continues. Scars finds an opening pick. onto Jake, and Box falls not long after. 5 versus 3 advantage for side of AxM now. They get a double for Scars, just charging him with the R4C. Gunning down these players. Nep is able to buy one back though. Trying to rotate inside back in from close. Toxic Babe as well, going to stall out. All three of them burn, but it's a double for Nep now. His droned out position's known, but you would have known when the shots came through anyway. Instead, going to hop on the prone angle. Goofed. Dancing with Def a little bit here, and unfortunately, Def seems to win the dart battle. Into the down, but not outstated. It's just Nep left on Lonesome, and Scars quad kill for the man, and closes out the round. AxM 5-0 lead. And oh, that might be why everything's dying. I've still got you open. If you're wondering, I had to do PowerPoint over to get the GG logo and do some. Hold on, I'll pop it at the top of the screen. Had to do some work to get the GG logo up, and that one at the top of the screen right now. Had to just get that downloaded and cropped out and properly set up all the overlay. And we'll swap it back to the right logo in just a second. You are magic. We need a logo for AxM. Did I message Chef? Maybe I message Chef Jeff. There. Maybe I message Chef Jeff after this, ask me what anything he wants me to shove up there. I feel bad. You're making it this far into the qualifiers, and all I've got is the placeholder LFO logo for you. I feel bad. Obviously, AxM are LFO. Now looking for an organisation. If there's anyone from any OSORGs or anyone interested in, watching, they are looking, and so are Circular Spheres as well. So both these teams are LFO, and certainly got a fun team. No, two very strong competitive teams. Names that I think are familiar with a lot of people that do watch Siege, and yeah, they're both very solid rosters, and certainly have a lot of fun while doing it as well. And here comes a bit of a wacky lineup from AxM. Final attacking round, going to be attempting to move towards Kitchen, but you can see down there at the bottom of your screen, you're going to have Scars on a Glaz. You're going to have Chef Jeff on the Sense. Bit of an interesting lineup, but shut out of the map. Goofed with the pistol. A Box with a DMR as well. Double for Box, and AxM. They're stuck outside the map before it can even really start. Talking about the wacky operator lineups, unfortunately, none of the fun wacky stuff is going to be making its way into this round. Bluto and Hunter left. We're talking about rock, paper, scissors in a game of Siege. We know why we're talking about rock, paper, scissors in a game of Siege. And it is just a triple for Box, and Bluto falls, and Hunter 8-1. Going to need to make that 13-1 if he wants to win this one. Box outside. Excuse me, sorry. And a flawless to close it out. Physics falls. Well, Physics gets the Spider-Man fall, and Circular Spheres, they at least get themselves one. At least get themselves one this half. Rock was not working. Obviously not. Rock, paper, scissors. Unfortunately, the game of rock, paper, scissors does not work out too well there. Rock, nor scissors work. So paper then, surely. We're in a game of rock, paper, scissors. Why don't you bring a gun? That's an alternative.
Attackers need
Suggestion.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
In Kitchen. And AxM cook up. They obviously have cooked up some really strong attacks. They got themselves a 5-1 lead. And we see the same thing happen. Or a comeback happens, rather. So Circular Spheres, they're going to need to string together 5. They're going to need to string together 5 at a minimum should they want to go to overtime. And all 6, flawless half, if they want to win this in regulation. Of course, AxM do win this map. Obviously, it is, keep in mind that they still have another map to go to. AxM win this one. There's still one more map. Still one more map required from both these two teams. Circular Spheres are able to make a comeback and close it out here.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
They're going to be walking away victorious 2-0. Of course, the loser of this is out of the running for 6 invitationals. So it's a dangerous game with high stakes for both these teams. I've had the pleasure of casting them both before. And Scars takes down Physics. At the pleasure, as I say, and have the pleasure of casting from both before. Two really phenomenal sides. Really. I mean, if I could have my way, everyone would play Six Invitational. We'd have all like 100 teams from each of the regions there. We'd have a massive tournament. Unfortunately, the concept of money exists, and getting 100 teams worth of players, what makes that? About 700 if you include the support stuff, 800. That just doesn't sound too feasible. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have every tier 1 team plus the tier 2 teams. So well over 2,000. I could probably easily fill up 2,000 people worth of players from Social. That would be fun. If any really rich person is watching, please take advice. That Scars suddenly explodes while I'm yapping rubbish with a quad kill. 10 and 2 now. Ready to put AxM onto map point. Goofed is all that's left for the side of Circular Spheres. I do apologise, Scars, if you're watching this back and came to look at the moment and I'm just yapping about trying to fly out all the players to one place. Was not paying enough attention. Did not see that one coming. I can't lie. Goofed up in mining. Box going to take it a quick BRB. A volley of random bullets coming out from below. Scars, staying downstairs. In here. They're just going to fall outside. Goose hop down outside small bakery. Scars is looking for his ace. It is going to be denied, unfortunately. For him. Goose isn't long for this world. Machine closes it out. And AxM push themselves up onto map point. You know what I was saying? Jake, did you actually try and use... I was born in the glass, raised in it, born in it. Oh no, please don't tell me the call was just Springjet Brad. Like, unrelated note, sort of related note. I say it enough, I'm sure. I love hosts, they have fun down here. We have fun down under. It's been utmost pleasure to bring the game so far. And it was sad to say bye-bye. I'm not sure when the next opportunity will come up past someone's autos. I certainly want to. Love this region. Maybe even more so than my own. Dare I say I'm slowly being won over. Hey, for the time being, AxM, they're going to find themselves with a strong advantage. Going to be heading up the cigar, or cocktail rather, for their
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
And there we go.
Attacker projected is
Sitting here ready. Let's see what AxM can get cooking. Whether they're going to be able to... They're going to be able to get this over the line in regulation, or whether Circular Spheres can make a bit of a comeback. As you can see, the operator lineup for CS, it's a wild one. It indicates something a bit fast, a bit crazy. Blackbeard, Maru, Glaz, Finker, and... Hold on, pause. Pause. Okay, Goof's going to sort that one out. Understandable. Have a nice day. Unfortunate for Goof. Fortunately, also for Jake. Pluto's going to shut down Amaru. That solves that problem for the time being, at least. Fox is able to get one on the Glaz on the repeat. The man advantage is still strongly in the favour of AxM. Bit of extra shots from Chef Jeff. Getting a bit excited about this one. And Fox is all that's left. And Chef Jeff closes it out with a shotgun. Good halves come out in chat. AxM get themselves a truly dominant cafe. And we are at 1 apiece, and Nighthaven Labs will have to settle this one. Our first free mapper on the cast of today. And hopefully, be a bit of a closer map than that one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Stay tuned. We will be back. Map 3. It's AxM versus Circular Spheres of Nighthaven Labs. And here we are, folks. Welcome back to Six Invitational LCQ playoffs, Oceanic playoffs, our final match of the night. What a day! If you're like me and you're from Europe. Final match underway. AxM versus Circular Spheres. The first map was a closer affair. The second one, though, AxM dominated over Cafe Dostoevsky, and they find themselves one map apiece which means the decider, the next 15 rounds will decide who progresses onwards and can keep their Six Invitational dreams alive, and who will be falling short, and who will have to be waiting out the remainder of the year, wait for next year, and play in APAC League there. As the operator bands come through, Blackbeard and the Maverick taken off the board. Nighthaven Labs, fan favourite of mine. Everyone please, I know it will be delayed, but please put your opinions on Nighthaven Labs in the chat. If you ask me, it is the best map we have had in years. Possibly my favourite of the post-launch ones. I love Labs. So, slight bias towards Labs here, but no. And for both these teams, the winner gets themselves the showdown with the winner of Gaming Gladiators versus Supernova, which I'm just going to refresh the page quickly, but as far as I'm aware, it's still on map 1. Still lagging a bit behind that one. They're still on map 1, time that we've hit map 3. So, as it stands, I don't believe there's anything going on there just yet. I'm not sure if that's rehosts or I honestly haven't received word of what's going on over there. But those games certainly going a bit slower. Certainly on the slower end. Now, we can focus on the game we've got. AxM, Circle Spheres. 1-1 now.
Bomb located by attackers.
Things are quite level. Obviously, I think you'd look towards AxM. They have momentum on their favour. Not only do they have defense on this decided map, but they also have the momentum in their favour as well. They have the momentum. They have everything that they need to make sure, really, they can be close to this one out. Of course, momentum plays a massive factor for a lot of rounds. Being able to just go off, we just won the last one. You know, and to do so in such a dominant fashion certainly can make you look favourable.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Upon an update the cast panel. Well, apologies, just wondering how much siege am I doing today? And the answer is quite a lot of it. We've been here casting since 6 in the morning. It's currently 1 o'clock, so it's currently what, 7 hours straight. Covered 3 best of 3s in that time. Done quite a lot of siege, but my voice is certainly starting to pay for it. Bandit Trick's going to be coming out here. You can see the IT wall focal point of Nighthaven Labs attack. It's an important one at that. Reach is being tempted and danced with, but no one's going to be committing to it just yet. Instead, it's going to be over here towards Connector, where the first external wall has been opened. Either side, Circular Spheres. Now they're looking to get towards the second one. A bit of a bait EMP goes out towards IT. Likely to see. Oh no, not going to be bait. They're actually going to try and commit Exo Selmas towards that, but unfortunately, it's going to get caught out by the Bandit Trick. Drone's going to be going through. Likely going to catch that Pluto's playing that close angle. He probably hears the drone rolling around. Knows that the game's up. Knows that this position's been given away. And here comes the pressure from Box. From Box onto Terrace, of course. I think these teams are locking in a bit now. There's significantly less crap talking in between the matches here. There's a bit less tomfoolery. Game faces are on now. Everyone's locked in. I think both these teams realise the gravity of the situation they're in. I think Circus and the potential that one of these teams will not be making it any further in the Six Invitational qualifiers. Hunter. Stuck here, United holding on. Wait to see. Damage going through on the long angle. Goose going to be spearheading the assault. Going to be going in towards electrical. Likely could be making.
Attackers bomb diffuser.
Pops the soft reach in charge. Able to take down the FNAT and Pluto as well. Able to take down Jake. Attacking. Currently numbers disadvantage. However, Nep seeks to change them with Deimos. Here comes the Warden. King on to Warden. However, Machine. The Valkyrie is good for it. Nep just left on his lonesome. Hunter's going to close it out. Double kill. And it's around to kick things off here for AxM. Their streak continues. And this is where I think the concern. Obviously, defense is favoured on Labs as a whole, really. However, AxM, we know they can attack. They just got 5 of them. 5 out of 6 of them on Cafe. We know they have the capability to be a really, really good attacking team, and, well...
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We know they have the capability, and as the basement site dwells upon us, keep an eye on that round count. Keep an eye. Obviously, both these teams have put up such a phenomenal fight so far, and two really of, I think this is how the cutthroat nature of the SILCQs work. It's the cutthroat nature of it. These teams, they're going to start going home like flies. We've already lost 2 today. You're going to lose enough. You're going to lose one from one of these 2 and another one as well before the day is over and done with.
Plants engage!
And a slight
10
shock
seconds left.
coming from the other game. Supernova find themselves a victory on map number 1. I'm going to just check the score of that episode quickly. Supernova take it over Gaming Gladiators 7-8. So that one,
Reinforcing wall!
close affair. That one's very, very scary indeed. If you're a GG fan, they are one of the big hopefuls for this region. And they're now down the map. Concerning. Scars though. Called a loser by Box. But unfortunately, contrary to what Box has said, is the winner of the gunfight. Is the winner of the opening engagement. AxM find it in their favour yet again. Good. Breach and charge. Are we going through any second now? Drones. You mark through, but Vigil,
A
good
bomb
for
has
it.
been located.
He's going to just hide behind the drones. Wait, I think it's a bit of a misdrone here. They're going to storm through kitchen, not knowing that Pluto's tucked right behind one of the half walls. At the best possible moment, here comes the Boss G. Could swing out, take the elimination. Here the player, and there you go, so one tap. And not only that, it's also kit down for Circular Spheres. And they're not going to have an idea either of where he is. Pluto, of course, Vigil. That cloaking device, it's able to hide where you are from the drones. Physics is going to be left to watch it, try and find it, and that may be giving some intel over towards Circular Spheres. But for the time being, Pluto need to cause a bit of chaos upstairs, though. He's going to be Chef Jeff to fall, getting a bit aggressive. Scars also on storage. Other than that, all the players have AxM downstairs now. Scars going to go for the rotate. Scars rotate downstairs, or is Scars going to go for some frags? That is the question.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
But if it seems like they want to be playing the vertical game, Net going to be continuing to do some work on the vertical angle. Pluto is going to fall victim to it. Goose able to get it off of ending stairs.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
2 nicely paced holes and Circular Spheres. They've recovered their diffuser with a minute to go. Player still upstairs for the side of AxM. You can see the Scars over there on the far side of the map on the Warden. We're holding a bit of engagement going back and forth between Goof and Machine. However, got to keep in mind, Goof is on a sliver of HP. One little bullet, one little sneeze taken out of the lobby. Got to be cautious there. I think that's really going to do too much chip damage left on the side of AxM. However, again, all you need is a single bullet to put that player down. That's exactly what's going to happen. Machine, one to the head, onto Goof, and Diffuser's going down. Do they know about this on the side of AxM? They likely heard it. They don't know about the cover on the breach. Kit's going to go down successfully. However, Scars is able to come down in time, takes one onto Physics on the kit, and now it's just Nep left outside, 1 versus 2. It's a strong position to be in here post-plant. However, are the players of AxM going to be able to clutch this one out? You can see the aggression coming through. You can see the diffuser is going to be stipped. Machine's holding it close with the shotgun. Is going to fall to him.
Defenders disabled the diffuser.
AxM, they're getting themselves 3 in a row. Or 2 in a row. Sorry. Getting themselves 2 in a row and continuing the sort of dominant streak that they found on Cafe Dostoevsky. And bringing it over to Nighthaven Labs here. I believe this map is set in, I want to say this map is set in Singapore. I actually can't remember where this map is, where Labs is based. This is important. This is really important lore information here. Nighthaven Labs R6. Let's have a Google. It's a competitive map. Yeah, I'm aware of that one. But where is it set? Location offshore. That's really helpful. Ubisoft website.
Attackers have located the bomb.
According to fandom, it is Singapore. I thought it was, but according to Ubisoft themselves, it is just offshore. So possibly international waters. I don't know. Either way, it's a really pretty place for like a military base. Like genuinely speaking, look at that. Ain't that some pretty land? I mean. This is the second time now I found myself just staring at a map. I mean, to be fair, Labs, if you ask me, I know I sound biased towards Labs, but Labs is a really pretty
10
map.
seconds left before insertion.
Like, really, Really pretty map.
5 seconds remaining.
AxM, they're going to
Attackers
be
are heading out to defuse a bomb.
giving control storage a go. Let me see if you can have any success over there. The only site available to them besides kitchen, but kitchen is very rare nowadays. You see it played in Pro League. You see it played at this level at all, really, or ever, really, even in rank. You don't see it all that much now. Set. Go to the wash. Circular Spheres. I mean, it is certainly looking worrisome. If I was a Circular Spheres fan right now, I would be concerned also. AxM definitely, at least for the first opening of this map, seem to be having the initiative, seem to be able to have the lead, and continues on. C4 from Machine. Takes down one, knocks down another. It's very likely that box will be able to be recovered here. But the damage has been done. Drake Enner's down. 0 and 3. Box also on low HP. And a lot, as I say, a lot of the damage there has been done by that singular C4. 4 of them in the pocket for AxM. Quite a lot of C4s. And Circular Spheres, they're going to storm in the top floor, trying to get their way through. Trying to brute force their way. Machine, and Hunter, they're going to find themselves in a bit of a hot spot in here. Machine opting to fall back a little bit towards the command center. Of course, vertical is a key aspect of this site. Really need to hold on to it. So the AxM, they're going to be why they dedicate so many players towards it. Bit of a spray coming through the thermite, not going to be able to find anything. But Hunter is able to find one of his own. Circular Spheres, it's looking dangerous, it's looking concerning. 3 versus 5. Chef Jeff's going to fall also. Goof takes down the player. At least gets one for the side of Circular Spheres. It's not flawless just yet, but man advantage still is the way of AxM. Physics moving in through servers. Position's red. This could be... Not red, sorry. This could be concerning. Nep does find one onto Machine with a frag grenade. And things are now equalised. 3 versus 3. Circular Spheres, they need this tertiary bomb site desperately. They need to get it over the line. And for that, Physics needs to find some engagements. Needs to win against at least one of these 2 players up here. He's the one on the angle, but he's cautious of Hunter, cautious of the swing. But Scars is good on the flip. And good for more. Double for Scars, just leaving Nep on his lonesome downstairs. 1 versus 3. Knows about the one on rafters. Knows there's likely a second upstairs. Is going to be cautious of the one towards the objective. Frag grenade's going to go. And not going to be any more than that. Hunter blocks it down. AxM getting themselves now free officially on the roll, and likely it's going to be a rotation back up to command server for AxM as they complete a full site rotation successfully. 3-0 up on Labs. And for Circular Spheres, it's looking worrying. It's looking troublesome again. The same problem that we saw going on Cafe. It's just AxM getting a really, really strong early lead, and Circular Spheres not able to do too much about it, of course. This time it is on the preferential side for AxM. They're, of course, on the defense, the preferential side in the grand scheme of things. However, if CS are going down, you know, if it ends up being another 5-1, possibly even 6-0 half, it really starts to ring alarm bells for CS. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves too far yet. No timeout called this time, unfortunately. No timeout yet called from either side, obviously. AxM, I don't really think they have a reason to call a timeout at this point. CS, though, could possibly do so. A full side rotation's been completed, but last time the timeout didn't really convert into much. It took another couple of rounds to get it over the line. Might have to see similar here on CS. Instead opting to see how the rest of the half fares out. Machine. Right, something aggressive and cheeky on here. I like this. No. Play perspective. There you go. Just about catch it. And just as I say that, Machine catches Box. The woes for CS continue. Box really not happy with that one. You could tell.
Claymore primed.
Fun and games and all, but it's really looking concerning now for Circular Spheres this round. You've lost one of your key hard breach components. That's a worry. You'll have the Thermite on the board, however, still can definitely make use of him. There's going to be no immediate bandit tricks on the IT. Also, like, it's going to be opened up completely uncontested, and yes, it will be. There you go, Exothermic does its job for the bandit. completely off over towards meeting room. Here you can see totally away from the action, hiding, playing a rat spot. But it does mean the wall's going to be getting open without any bandit tricking shenanigans. Just going to be able to get him. But if Hunter's not checked out properly, definitely cause some problems and get behind the players of CS. And here comes Hunter. Does a lot of damage onto Goofed, but isn't good for the kill. Reaching round, unfortunately, just about misses the mark. Second one. Not be making the same mistake, however. Mirror window is going to be falling. Frag grenade's going to go in. Scars doesn't have a C4 in pocket. Not going to be able to lob it and do the damage that happened before. Still, 4 versus 4. Pretty good. Minute 20 on the clock.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Watching far from above. Watching the side of AxM. They're cooking. And I don't know if I have words for what I just witnessed. I think Jake might sum them up quite well. Wow, indeed. Unfortunate for Scars that one was caught on camera. Scars forgetting to reload. That's the R key, typically speaking. So, yeah, you hit that one, it reloads.
Attackers have recovered their
Unbelievable. But, Pluto, that equalises the man count. 3 versus 3. 45 seconds now for the attack of CS to be successful, but the plant's going to be attempted by Physics. Going to get off it, trying to take the players down, but in a 1 versus 1 now. Net versus Machine. Deathmark trackers online. No mute jammers to hide between. This is going to be a duel. Instead, Nep's just going to be going for the revive. Going to go on the sprint off. Is able to get Physics up, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Fuser's going to be going down. Circular Spheres on narrow here. It may just about be able to get their first round over the board, and yes, they will. On the back of Neps, and beautiful play with the Deimos. Fox can fall early on, but Circular Spheres will finally get themselves the round. And they push onwards. They push up. Push back. 3-1 now. Still not. Would say, dare I say, they're not out of the depths of hell yet. They've still got certainly a bit more to catch up. There's the mental warfare, and all chat continues.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
There's mental warfare in chat does indeed continue. Are they on controller? I mean, we're forgetting to reload. That's not really a controller thing, is it? No, that's just a general oopsie-doopsie sometimes bad things happen. So, we're all mouse and keyboard here, I believe. Unless someone decides to play with a controller. I mean, flashbacks to, I believe it was stage 2 of EUL. Because still did find out who taught Shaiko English. I don't know if you remember, but I can't remember who they were playing. I want to say it was IDB or Wild or something like that. Where Shaiko was pretending to play with controller in between rounds, so the camera would cut over. Just absolute troll. Whoever taught that man English, he's ended his villain arc, and it's hilarious, but we also need to try and get a major win over the line. It's a BDS match. It's a major win over the line. The Scars looking to get it over the line here on the spawn peak. Really aggressive angle. Gonna just be tucked in by the storage window. Not gonna be able to find anyone just yet. However, you can see there's not too many players left out there for him to find. So he's gonna instead run off. But Box, yet again the opening pick. Pluto does get one, but it is traded back. Net double. 8 kills now. The by far the standout performer on the side of Circular Spheres. I mean, when you've got two players on Circular Spheres, we're on round 5 now, and 2 of them, unfortunately, on donuts. Both Box and Physics unable to really have much of an impact so far this game. Net has really been the saving grace. 8 eliminations. On the side of AxM, everyone is positive. All bar Chef Jeff. Everyone is positive. Much better. More evenly spread performance over there. Nep, of course, being a top player in the lobby, but as is often said, as is a common saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and not too much on the players going 0, 3 or 0, whatever right now. But it can certainly be a problem. Physics is able to get the trade, support the teammate from above. 2 versus 2 now. Half the round left to go, so still plenty of time for the players of Circular Spheres to work their way down towards the objective. Scars finds gaps. Apparently. Scars finds gaps.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers
And
recovered
these
the bomb
players evidently
diffuser.
showing how much they know each other, and
Bomb located by attackers.
it's nice. Let's put it this way, it's nice to see the friendliness between the players. As much as I have zero clue what they're talking about right now, it is nice to see them being friendly with one another. 50 seconds on the clock. Bloke sounds like something I'd say. And it might be on controller. And here we go. 35 seconds. They're going to have to jump in circular spheres, get themselves down. It looks like we're just going to be going for a hot drop through the warehouse hatch here. They've got the intel onto one, but that's about all they can do. And I don't know if they have time to get the intel for more. Adrenal Surge comes through. Machine goes for the swing. It is able to do some damage onto physics, but Nep does more backwards. Frag Grenade going to force Machine out of position. Diffuser's going down.
15 seconds left.
Without a C4 in hand, Hunter's unable to deny the plant, but is able to deny the round for Circular Spheres. An explosive 1 versus 2. Swings out onto Animus, wins the gunfight on the cover, takes the one behind the pillar.
Defenders disabled the
With
diffuser.
that,
Defender mission successful.
it's another round in the favour of Circular Spheres. Leaky pack, leaky pack. I missed that. Right, don't you miss this leaky pack, leaky pack. God. Goodness. BDS already qualified for Six Invitational, actually, and they will be qualified. They will be staying through on the Six Invitational. What's the word? Tomorrow. Six Invitational's not tomorrow. They will. If one of these teams goes on to win O's playoffs tomorrow and then wins the APAC playoffs, they will indeed be going on to play. They will indeed be going on to play in the... They could play BDS in the 6th. What I'm trying to say is if you win this and go to Invitational, you could play BDS. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll go with that. Can't tell, I've lost the plot slightly. We're on map 3 of a very, very long day. Been at it since 6 in the morning, EU time. It's now half past 1. Not that, mate. That makes that, what, 7.5 hours? It's not a whole work shit. Except I haven't had a break, really. I scoffed out a waffle in between 2 of the maps. So it's the only pain with doing the observing, the gracious Nanos doing the Chiefs GG game. But it is the pain and sometimes of doing your own observing. It's very hands-on all day. Breaks are forbidden. But that's fun. Because at the end of the day, this is fun. It's a pleasure to bring these games to you all. Pluto thinking of doing something aggressive here. Box trying to avoid being the opening pick yet again. Balls down but not out. Should be able to be revived. There you go. Nep going to do the adrenal surge, pick them up. But the bullets continue to spray through. And of course, Box brought to a sliver of HP. Vector spraying through. That's Machine. C4's going to go close. Not able to get anything on the detonation. Big though. Able to push into the top CC stairs. Somewhere where too much focus really hasn't been paid too much as we hit the final rounds of the half here. Round 6, 4-1 lead for AxM, and the numbers advantage continues to go towards their favour. Physics this time is going to be falling for the opening picks. It will not be Box, but Jake falls as well. 5 versus 3, man count advantage for side of AxM now. 4-1. And the advantage continues to grow. Scars gets one onto Nep. Just moved and Box left, and now it's just Box. What can the ace get going? Box 0 and 5 currently. His part has died every round this half. Is he going to be able to get one? Yes, he is. Gets his pick onto Chef Jeff. Gets the one. With half the round to go, locked outside the building, and a sliver of HP remaining. Is there going to be much more that Box can get done? Carly, I hear talking back there. It is. Back to the action. Sorry. Hunter reduced to a sliver of HP. We don't know about the one close. They do now. And it's going to be Scars to close it out. AxM 5-1 half. Exactly a repeat of what we saw on Cafe. But that was on the stronger side. Now, this is where my concern reigns in for Circular Spheres. Or this is where the opportunity for Circular Spheres comes in, rather. That was the weaker side. Attacking is always the struggle. Their opponents are now attacking. We know AxM can attack. They proved that on Cafe. But Circular Spheres have the stronger side, so you can use that as a bit of a...
Attackers need to locate and defuse
A
as
bit
many
of cope
bombs
should
as
we
they
need
can.
it. Of course, AxM, we saw how strong their attacks were on Cafe. They got 5-1 half on the attack, so we know they're pretty good at attacking. And Basement, interestingly enough, going to be our primary bomb site chosen by. Primary objective and bomb site chosen by. We apologise. Just quickly refreshing the results of the other game. Give you an update on how that is hanging. Still 0-1. Unfortunately, obviously no stream on the GG.
10 seconds
On
to
the
go.
GG Supernova game. That one will obviously be played off stream and
5 seconds
could be
to go.
massive upsets going on. Denied from Montreal and
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
could well be. There's a very small possibility that there's a new contender for the top. There's a new contender for a top team. Top dog. You know, should Supernova get the second map there? Of course, not being streamed. But to reiterate, it's the only stream remaining for hosts today, I believe. And of course, I don't think we'll be watching that one after, unfortunately. What a banger of a series this has turned out to be. In all 3 maps, first one we've been able to cast all day, the second one of the playoffs so far. Circular Spheres, I mean, looks so promising on map 1, but they've really not been able to find too much success these last map and a half. Really needing to try and get a comeback mountain now. Will they be able to do so on the defense? We're going to have to wait and see. AxM, they're pushing towards the objective. Still players of Circular Spheres are littered all over the first floor and really need clearing out. See here, you've got Nep on the right side. Or on the left. And well, Jeff is going to fall. 2 box. AxM not having the advantage in their favour. Circular Spheres able to get more entries, able to get more picks. Continue going. Man advantage holds into the favour of Circular Spheres now. Logic Bomb's going to be going. And then here comes Machine. Knows there's possibly one below, and that could be a problem. Of course, Jake, the minute you hop in that window, Jake will just tear you to pieces with the MP7. Watching it, and this should likely be a freebie for Jake. Should Machine decide to do this. Nope, not going to be doing it. Going to be going around. C4 is going to get detonated. Not going to be able to catch anyone for AxM. Of course, time is ticking away, and time is against them. Circular Spheres, of course, can wind down the clock, and they will win the round being on the defense. So holding strong now. Circular Spheres need to try and continue to do what they've been doing, keeping those angles held and making sure that AxM can't get too many ones. Don't give them away any 1v1. Here a C4 gets ripped, it's going to be tossed. Not going to be detonated yet. Scars can hear it on the edge. It's going to take some damage from Castle. Thinking about a bit of a hot drop here. Machine.
Attackers have located
Hot
a
drops the
bomb.
hash, knows the one's close. And is able to almost get a double. However, Goof does fight back, gets the trade. Plant attempt is made, but not going to be able to be stuck. Nep's got his way upstairs. Going to be using the vertical angles against the players of AxM, but I don't know if it's been opened properly. No, it has not. Spray's going to be coming through from above. Able to get one. The Hunter's going to have to hop off the defuse. And instead just going to run into Goof. Tries to stick the defuse down, but it's not going to be able to be done in time. Circular Spheres, they get themselves the first defensive round. They get themselves the basement. And move towards narrowing this lead slightly. AxM. Of course, this is the decider map.
Attackers need to locate
Of course,
and
do
defuse
keep in
bombs.
mind, this is the all-important decider. Needs to be winning this one. You win this map is winner takes all. Winner keeps their invitational dreams alive. Loser is going to be staying in Australia for a little while longer. Winner, of course. You win today, you win a bit more tomorrow. You're going to be going to Singapore for the APAC LAN event, which is the same. Really awesome that we actually get to have an APAC LAN. But I actually really am quite looking forward to watching that one. Hopefully, it's going to be a fun little event. I don't believe there is a crowd of leaders from the studio. I'm not entirely sure with the details. I don't know if they've been released just yet.
5 seconds to go.
nice that we're not playing qualifiers online with like 300 ping or whatever it is they're normally played on. It's nice that we can do it on land, settle it, quote unquote, properly. Of course, for that land to happen, we need to qualify some teams to it first, and that's exactly the point of host playoffs.
Airlock mine primed. I'm reloading. Drone up and running.
And a long night it's been for these teams as well. We're approaching way past midnight now in Sydney, approaching 1 AM. And that will likely have a toll on the players. I mean, they're likely going to start to get tired. 3 best of 3s within a day for all of these teams. It's a long old day of siege. Against different teams, against different play styles, across all these different 9 maps that we have in our pool. It can be difficult at times to really keep your focus in these long days, and that's really what's going to separate the great teams from stamina. It's an endurance challenge. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You need to conserve that stamina, not get too tired. Not do what I did, scream my heart out on the second game of the day, and then all of a sudden, then I'll be already feeling tired for final one. But I feel like I'm going to lie down. And Scars is having a bit of a lie down here in a down one now, I would say. And they're down in the Fnatic skin bundle. Hunter's going to fall as well. These attacks really not going too well for the side of AxM. A double for Box. But it's just now Pluto left outside the building with Scars. See if they can get anything going for AxM. All players remain of Circular Spheres. They're on full HP. Nep's now broken double digit. 10 kills that are good. Fuser. Rafters stairs. It's a tough one to bring this back. Tough one to bring this back if you are AxM. And for Circular Spheres, all they need to do is watch the angles. Pluto brought to a sliver of HP as well. On an aggressive swing. I believe that was from Box. Who's really woke. Who's starting to wake up and warm into this game. Of course, really, let's just put it bluntly, not the best first half. And it's a C4 from Nep, closes it out, and yeah, as I say, not the best start to the game from Box. However, command server does go the way of Circular Spheres, and the lead that AxM once had is very narrowly tightening. 5-3 now. And we didn't really take a look at the scoreboard at the halfway point. Nep on 11 kills, Scars top of AxM on 9. And realistically, the scoreboard is it's top heavy. Quite top heavy on both teams, but AxM, you can see where they've won the earlier rounds. They've got that advantage in their top heavy players are on higher numbers. Do have to wonder. Hunter currently going 8-3. He's to shield the play. Keep the man on a gun. The shield hasn't proven successful for two packs so far. I think if it doesn't work here, it may be questioning perhaps the effectiveness of it. Perhaps it may be worth giving something else a little bit of a go. Defense going through. Zami continue to be banned out in this matchup. Haven't really seen anything too mad on Rafters in terms of hold over the vertical. Always see.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds left.
Extremely prevalent on this objective as the SAP completes, and we're going to be heading ourselves
5 seconds to go.
round number 9. AxM currently up 5-3.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Looking to extend their lead slightly, looking to try and get a bit more going. Of course, AxM, they win any of the next few, and they'll push themselves up the map and series point. In 2, you can do it in regulation of the next 3. Circular Spheres. Next 4, sorry. Circular Spheres win 3 of them. Overtime's guaranteed. They get a chance at overtime if they win if they win all of the next 4 rounds. They can win this in regulation. They don't have to go towards overtime. Exothermic's going to be moving on. IT Ball is going to be getting open straight off the bat, and there is a slight whiff from Jake. Almost catches the player on the drone. Stood right in the open in front of the breach. However, Jake, unfortunately for him, does not catch the jump right. There's a lot of damage on the machine though with the C4, but he's going to continue to hold his position. Now here comes the Montaigne Hunter. Taking a bit of damage. Pressure applied onto the mirror, but it's not going to be enough to shake the position. Caught throwing a Selma. The machine's going to fall, and this shield really isn't working. Taken down by the Selma. Of all things, downed by Jake, of course, and then finished off by the Selma. It's all going a bit wrong. AxM 3 versus 5. He's able to make it effective 3 versus 4. Down Scoof, but will the kill be able to be confirmed? Scars pushing through IT. Narrowly, Scars missing Jake, the player who tried to take him down so much earlier on in this round. But that does give Scars free control of IT, able to move towards Crafters, able to move towards the site a bit more. I have an idea about the player who's playing top CC. He's going to see him, going to do a lot of damage on towards Physics, but time is not in their favour. And AxM need to get the diffuser back. Exactly what's going to happen. You know about the players below, and it's a floor bang onto the downed player, onto Goofed. At least able to get one. And C4s in pocket for Circular Spheres are none. Vertical control has been established. But they're now going to need to push towards the objective. Scars, Pluto, Chef's fallen. Scars and Pluto, all that's left. A bloody battle on the top floor. They mistake it for a top floor defense, however, now completely abandoned by the side of Circular Spheres. They're just going to let the final 2 players of AxM come their way, push down towards them. And it feels somewhat inevitable, a guarantee almost, that Circular Spheres will be making a full successful site rotation, unless some magic can happen here. Scar's going to be in towards the objective, but is going to fall.
15 seconds to go.
Down Jake though. However, the trade's going to hop straight into box, and the SMG-11 and Circular Spheres, they get themselves 3 consecutive defenses. The comeback is most certainly on, and perhaps we're just seeing another really, really defender-sided map. We saw it on Lair earlier. Seems like Labs is repeating the same story. The lead tightening now. Just 1 round separates AxM and Circular Spheres. And a timeout from AxM or AxM. Discussion. What's been going wrong? Why have none of these attacks worked so far? No timeout taken from CS, yet they still have that one in pocket. AxM. They need 1 round and they guarantee themselves overtime. 2 rounds and they get themselves a regulation win. Circular Spheres, they need 2 to guarantee overtime and 1. And for all 3 if they want the win in regulation. And the way the attacks have been going so far for AxM, I certainly think it's possible Circular Spheres can get map point and we can see overtime and possibly even take this one in regulation, I'd say. There's a strong possibility. AxM, it's really crucial one of the next 3 attacks goes their way. Otherwise, it's just really, really concerning right now if you are a fan of AxM. Was that one attack that they did drop? Or one defense that they did drop? 2 CS, too much. You have to wonder. It's what ended up costing Gaming Gladiators on Lair a few hours ago. And it may be what cost AxM here on Nighthaven Labs. Site setup well and truly underway now. Getting into mirror windows, electro claws, bandit batteries, denying a lot of hard breach that will be wanted to be brought from the side of AxM. However, yeah, switch off a lot of the hard breach. Just an ace on machine being brought this time about. But instead, going to be more focusing on the gunfights, changing the angle that they want to play. So I think they're going to see a bit more of aggressive push matches. They're playing a bit slower, a bit more passive compared to what you'd say previously. I think used them nothing crazy from them.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
And really, I think it's been playing sort of to their detriment a little bit. Circular Spheres are continuing the aggression that has been successful for them, and it's proven why it's ever so successful here. Oh, load him out. What else basement? Try it again. Whoa, basement. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Pluto going to be using the frag grenade. Get the first cast barricade open. Okay,
Reloading ammo.
down below. Thermal charges are going to be all expended, but are able to get the main breach open, or at least a little bit of it. Pluto's taking a little bit of damage upstairs. Not going to be enough just yet to shut him out of the lobby. However, the players of Circular Spheres are looking that way. They are watching it. They are cautious that there may be a player. For one of these 2 teams, the next 4 or 5 rounds are going to be crucial. Keeping the invitation alive. Am I going to stream the GG game after this? We will see. Depends how far the GG game is, and I will say unlikely, unless they're like bang ready to go with a new map right off the bat, and bang with the shotgun, Nep takes down Hunter. Possibly, maybe. I'd lean more towards a no, just because I desperately need some food.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Obviously, depends. Obviously, I could only assume there's quite a few rehosts with how long each map is taking over there, and unfortunately, things do need to be done on my end today. I can't, as much I'd love to, I can't spend the whole day casting. So possibly, possibly not. We'll see how things bear. 9 minutes though. AxM, their timeout really not looking like it's been able to convert into much. They've 2 versus 4 situation now. Make it a 2 versus 3 off a good picking machine. However, made it a 1 versus 3 by a C4 from below from Jake. Vertical angles being played for and against, and one's running up the staircase. There comes Jake, but it's physics from below to close it out with the TCSG and circular spheres. 4 in a row. The lead that was once held by AxM is gone. Round 11. One of these 2 teams will get a shot at a regulation win. One of these 2 teams will get a shot at closing it out. Question is, which of them will it be? One of them, as I say, will get the chance to close it out in regulation, avoid an overtime, having to go to overtime.
Protect your bombs from being defused
Obviously,
by
you don't want to go to
attackers.
overtime. I believe in the overtime game this time, I believe it was actually AxM who will be starting the defense in overtime. I believe off memory. I want to say.
I'm reloading.
So keep that in mind. Obviously, AxM will be starting overtime defense. So they did have the advantage for it, really.
New feed out.
Of course, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Maybe able to string some attacks together now. Command server going to be our site of choice. Secondary one for the rotation.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Wall fortified.
Good.
5
There
seconds
we
left
go.
before
We're all
insertion.
caught up to date now. Drones what's being
Attackers
exposed.
objective is to locate
Is
a
it
bomb
just
and defuse it.
checking? See if there's any drones hiding in the bushes. There's not going to be. For AxM, it really needs to be a change in how these games are going. The 1v1s are just not going their way. The picks are falling too early on against them.
Changing mags.
And it's really working in the favour of Circular Spheres. 4 consecutive rounds now
Disabling electronics.
on the defense. A streak unmatched by anyone so far in this map. Exothermic's going to go. Unfortunately, EMP'd out. Not going to happen. No, it can fall back to the mirror window net. 14 kills, by far the best performing player in the lobby.
Yeah,
Um,
reloading.
And a key instrument in the winning stream of Circular Spheres. Was minute 1 of the round now. Black Eye Cameras watching on into storage. He's likely going to see the Deimos, or at least see the destruction from the Deimos. C4 here could be deadly. The minute you hear anything go from that barricade, it was prepped earlier. The minute it's smashed open, bam, bam, the barricade goes. Bam, over goes the C4, and likely an explosion, and possibly an early pick from that.
Scanning for electronic devices.
So the damage being
Attackers
done.
dropped the diffuser.
Hunter going to be
Attackers
trying to
defused
catch
the
this
bomb
player
diffuser.
on the bottom
Bomb has
CC
been
stairs.
located.
This is going to be, of course, no, it's not CC stairs, it's the other staircase. Oof. Upstairs, it's Box taking a lot of damage. They've really woken up into this one. Pretty sure we're still on a donut at the halfway mark. He's able to come off that hurdle. Jake swinging off the FNAT mine. He's good for 1, but not any more than that. Pluto shuts it down, trades it back. 4 for 4. Perfect man count, but Box answers with 1 onto machine. Physics falls downstairs, however, Hunter with the gun. 3 versus 3. 50 seconds left on the clock now. AxM need to get close to the site. They need to find a way in. Players all over. Still got 1 below, and crucially so with a C4. Nep as well, 1 in pocket. C4s have proved so effective this game. And that trend continues.
Swapping
Gets 1
mags.
from below. Is traded back by Hunter. But 2 versus 2. Still a C4 to go. The push going to be rotating round for AxM. Seems like CCTV's going to, or CC's just going to be the main focus. Frag's going to go towards the board. The player's going to fall back. Chef 8 Box down as he goes for the retreat. And now it's just net. Left to deny AxM their first attack. 15 seconds though. And with a spray of the shotgun does just that. What is an appropriate reaction? Just a spray with the shotgun, and both players of AxM are cut down. Circular Spheres get themselves the opportunity a flawless defensive half and an opportunity to close this one out. As I said a few rounds ago, there's a possibility that the one round given up on the defense by AxM may have been too much, and there's a possibility that that could be the case here. They gave up the one, and Circular Spheres so far have held a flawless defensive half.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
And it's all looking against AxM. Really see if they can. Really see if they can get this one over the line. So our final round of regulation, and possibly today, we're going to head to control storage and update on the GG Supernova game. Just going to quickly refresh the page, see if there's been any updates in the area. No, there has not. Still 0-1. Of course, the first one was.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds.
Of course, the first one did go a long way. Now, be nice in chat, please.
5 seconds left.
Be nice to each other. Don't tolerate not being nice.
Attackers
Please be
objective
nice.
is to find out the bomb.
Try and moderate as well as cast. Be nice. Well, game on hand anyway. 6-5. AxM. Unable to really get any successes on their attacks. There's been a couple of small close rounds, but there hasn't been any more than that really for AxM. Circular is truly showing their defensive dominance over AxM so far. Pluto taking a lot of damage, but he's able to do all the damage onto the net. Takes him out of the lobby, and for the first time in a while, they're attacking. Not only they've got the entry pick, but also sight. Pluto there just wandering into sight, getting a freebie and walking back out. Absolute. What I'd like to call smart behaviour. And then Physics trades it back, gets control of the site back. I mean, he was in the other objective anyway. But what a funky little move there. Walk straight into site, gets a pick, gets traded back, uses to elaborate. It's a good opener for the round from AxM, and put them in the numbers advantage, even if it was temporarily. However, it's now 3 versus 3. The players on the stop floor.
Reloading!
Faldo, Jake falls to the gun of Machine. Goof and Physics all that are left to deny in overtime. No C4s either. Toxic Babes in pocket. SMG 11 as well. Physics gets the one. Cautious about the one behind on CC, but no, it's not going to be the case. Just rotate onto the staircase. Goof, that is all that's left on the objective, however. Certainly, it's possibly that AxM can push that way. However,
Reloading!
two top performers on the side of AxM versus the 2 bottom performers on the side of Circular Spheres. Is the defensive advantage that strong? Will Goof and Physics be able to wake up and really wake up? They've had a good game so far, both of them. Just will they be able to get the kills when they matter the most? Well, AxM, it's the 2 top performing players going into things. And this is dying seconds of the round and possibly the game as well. Machine's going to storm towards site. Hunter's going to fall to the DMR, and this could be it. The Circular Spheres are all that's left, trying to get out of Frost map, but no, he cannot. Goofed with a double. GG's in chat. And Circular Spheres win it 7-5. And we asked the question at the start of this one, was it too much that AxM let a single one of their defenses slip away from them? And the answer seems to be yes. Circular Spheres will be moving onwards in the 6 Invitational qualifiers. They will get a dance with the winner of Supernova versus Gaming Gladiators tomorrow morning. They will get that opportunity. They will get the chance to take the game over the line and keep their Invitational dreams alive. Commiserations to AxM. Unfortunate for them. I think, partially, of course, the sort of just unfortunate scenarios for them. Not able to really string anything together too much on that last map, unfortunately. And as it stands, it's going to be AxM fallen. And for them, 6 Invitational and the dream of competing in Boston is over. The bracket will continue onwards in the favour of Circular Spheres. I'm going to flip it to the in-game source quickly. And there you go. You can have a look at the clean feed here. Here we go. This is what the lower bracket looks like at the minute. So we're still waiting on the results of Gaming Gladiator Supernova. I'll not be casting that game just because from the impression of looking at it, still having a handful of rehosts and such over there. And while that's not too much of an issue in and of its own, my voice is dying on me. A, got a cast tomorrow, and B, unfortunately, do have things later to do today. So won't be casting that one. That one will just have to be, we'll have to anxiously wait the results for that one. But the winner of that match tomorrow will be going up against GG. And then, of course, in the upper bracket, we have our upper bracket final set up for tomorrow. Chiefs versus 5 Sharp. The winner of that will be moving on to our grand final. And then, down in our lower bracket, the first wave of games tomorrow morning that will be played will be the upper bracket final as well as the lower bracket final, lower semi-final, between Circular Spheres and the winner of match 11 up here. Following that, the winner of the lower semi-final will be playing in the lower final, and then the winner of that final match will be going up in the grand final, and the winner of that one gets to book themselves a ticket to Singapore, gets to book themselves a ticket to the APAC LAN. And what a game that was. GG's in chat. Thank you all ever so much for today. I am going to cut it here because I, of course, can have a quick look at the bracket here, however. This is how things are looking at the minute. You need to win the Oceanic playoffs. Tomorrow, I will strike off later on, I'll strike off the teams that have been eliminated so far, as we move ever closer and closer towards that APAC LAN playoffs spot. So don't miss that. We'll be back here same time tomorrow morning, where we will be back. We will be back here same time tomorrow morning, or evening for you all. That is, I believe, 5 PM AEDT. Or was it 6 PM? It was 5 PM AEDT, which if I just check 5 PM AEDT, 5 PM AEDT. It's actually 6 o'clock in the morning, so that's a bit... Oh no, I'm checking the wrong day. 4 PM tomorrow AEDT, which is about 5 AM here in the UK. So we'll be back with that game tomorrow. Not sure which ones we'll be casting just yet, but I want to thank you all very, very much for watching. On a personal note, awesome to be able to provide lovely hopefully some enjoyable commentary for OS. Obviously, region very dear to me, so I'm going to make that obvious. And yeah, it's been a pleasure as always. We'll see you all tomorrow for the final play day that I will be covering of the Oceanic playoffs leading up to SI. So make sure you tune in for that one tomorrow. Take care, have a wonderful evening. See you all later. Bye.
Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just karma. Go and play the part, play the victim. Throw a pity party with your demons. Blaming everybody and you're screaming, but I'm the one bleeding. You're the one that's selfish and critical, you could take the blame. Just like I could take a match and send it up in flames. Don't say I didn't warn ya, this might hurt. That's just karma. Better take that. Call it payback. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Stay mad, I know you wanna. This might hurt, but that's just karma. That's just karma. Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out. It's karma. Shh, it's okay to hurt your voice screaming in my face. I know you gotta bark when you don't got bite. Tell me, what's that like? What's that like? Being that insecure, acting up, immature. Had enough, I'm so bored. I'm so bored.